place this here. I'm gonna be placing that there. Alright, alright, alright. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be starting the stream like 10 minutes early. Cause it felt like it. Uh, yep. Um, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Stream URL. I'm gonna watch the fucking stream URL. Can I like your channel? Alrighty, 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 alrighty. Also, if anyone is in the chat, um, I cannot read your messages until I have um gotten my phone. So, yep. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. I'm gonna go. Um, I'm gonna go get my. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go get my phone and then I'm gonna go piss. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Wowie. I was gone because I had to pee and stuff. Um, right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Um, I will. I will. Give me a second. Um, there. Okay. Actually, wait. Fuck. Those are private. Yeah. Okay. Right. So first off, there is the promotional video. Um, right. All right. Let me pause that. Let me pause that. So so I wanted to start off by saying, what the fuck is that thumbnail? Wait, not interested. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I wanted to start off by saying that that when this promotional video came out, I was in the middle of the 3 hour drive with my parents, and I was in the back seat, and I saw, oh shit, the promotional video's coming out, and while watching it, I tried desperately not to like sound excited as fuck, cause I was in the car with two old people, so I didn't want to like, I don't know, disturb them with my little stupid, um, gay excitement. Oh yeah, one thing. If the microphone is too loud or too low, please do tell. I did adjust it before the stream, although I haven't checked if it's too loud. I increased the yeah. Um, I actually got the teaser notification in my in the car as well. Yeah. But yeah. Back to the microphone. If the audio is too loud or too low, please do tell. Um, and I will be willing to adjust it because I found out how. So yes. Um, but I think it's just a bit low. I'm gonna. Do I turn it up by 50%? Like, I'm gonna start off with 40, maybe 35. I'm gonna start off with. You know what? I'm gonna start off with 40. Yeah. All right. Desktop audio. I didn't even know it was that low. I'm gonna. Don't want it to be too loud. What about that? That seems pretty reasonable. That seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, around there. Around there. Yeah. Alright, let's get to it. Alright. Meaning the distortion phenomenon is still occurring unchecked somewhere in this on the streets. I think that so you can take this line two ways, right? You can take the line as there is a distortion going around fucking up the streets, but not gonna lie, the the way it phrased it, the distortion phenomenon, not a distortion, not the distortion. I think my personal theory, is that gonna, um, this is already like sort of to claim their bones part two, right? Cause like, um, cause you know Bamboo had a Kim, Ong Do, all of that shit, the Blade lineage. Um, And my personal theory for what, like, for like a plot beat in this new um in this new intervalo will be that there is a monolith. So like there is a monolith or an object similar to the monolith, because there were like multiple sorts of distortion objects in distortion detected, I believe. So I believe that, as I just said, that there will either be a monolith or an object similar to a monolith in some ways. A sudden flash blinded my vision white. I think I think this is Dante. I think this is Dante. Um, Although I will say, it did give me ideas on what Merso's trauma will be, because, well, trauma, well, what like the defining crime that Merso did that like got him, that like made him a criminal. I think that in The Stranger, in the original book, Merso got overstimulated by the sun in his eyes, and he shot a man multiple times. I think it was like one time, and then like the man was down on the ground, and Mercer just like shot him like a bunch of more times. Um, and I think that in the Project Moon interpretation, a lot of people have taken this to mean that, oh, Merceau distorted, and he then killed a bunch of people. Oh fuck, Dahlia, I'm sorry. Yeah, hi. Um, I was gibbering on, so I didn't see your message. Hello, Dahlia. Hello, hello. Um, but yeah. Uh, as I was saying, as I was saying, I think that Merso, what I think his trauma might be, is that his mother took a picture of him, with a camera that had a flash, and Merso had to kill her. Because Merso was affiliated with NCorp. We know that already. It's an established fact that um, Merso is like an ex NCorp employee. So I think that the fact that his mother like took a picture of him, kind of um was like, because she did that, he had to kill her because he's an employee or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna
피골이 상접하니 피눈물만 흐른다. 괜찮은 표현 아닌가요? 살과 뼈가 붙어먹으니 피가 아주 철철 흘러내리잖아요. 덕분에 저희 추노꾼들은 살판 났죠. 잡아와도 도망가고 또 도망가고 아주 일이 끊이질 않는답니다. 일이 나오시죠?
Okay. I was holding off on speaking on my theories regarding S-Corp until now. Nobi, if I remember correctly, Nobi means or is a word for slave in Korean. Um, and the way I interpreted it is that S Corp in um in the city is supposed to reflect both, um what's it called? Both South Korea and North Korea at the same time. Um North Korea, because later on, Hong Lu speaks about the fact that there have been a lot of people fleeing Escorp, and that he has come out to hunt them, to bring them back. And I interpreted that as like it's a very difficult thing to leave Escorp, sort of like how it's really very difficult to leave North Korea. And South Korea. My inter- Now, this the way I thought that South Korea was represented in the city is the city overall, because Project Moon has never really been shy about the fact that like it's Korean, and a lot of and a, like if I remember correctly, like a lot of shit in the city is Korean. The main language they speak is Korean in the city. Um, so and also like there are a shit ton of like Korean names like on and about. But yeah. So I always thought that the city was supposed to be a criticism of South Korea and its very bad capitalism. Um, because I'm I'm no like pro when it comes to South Korea, but from what I know, the capitalism there is like USA levels. It is not good there. It is not good to not be a part of the top 1% with the wealth. Sort of like the USA. Um, and also Nobi, calling them slaves essentially. I interpreted that as them being wage slaves. Like how calling someone who works a job a slave. Well, calling someone who works a particularly draining job a slave. Um, that's what I like interpreted as like it meant. Why to Korea's very bad capitalism, very very bad communism. Um, because during the Korean War, the USA, so the avatar for bad capitalism, was supporting South Korea, and North Korea was being supported by the USSR, which is the avatar for very bad communism. Well, yeah, I'm gonna continue.
노비면 노비답게, 죄인이면 죄인답게 이 오랏줄에 묶이시길. 몇 놈 놓치긴 했지만
Oh yeah, fuck! I forgot the status predictions. I plan on like doing status predictions. I think that uh, like the only like characters and shit we have from S Corp, are associated with poise, but maybe that's just like a blade lineage thing. But like for example, the T Corp Eurodivi, they use T Corp despite not really being members of that um wing. So I think that sort of like how Rupture is an H Corp thing, that um, that Poise is a sort of S Corp thing, and Hong Lu, this serrated blade, I think, you know, you don't make blades serrated unless you want to like either saw or make someone bleed to give them nasty lacerations. So I think that he will be a Bloise, bleed poise, with heavy emphasis on bind. Um, with um, with probably some conditionals that include him. Um, well, that include enemies having bind and such, sort of like red eyes. Those are my status predictions for this Hongmu.
어차피 잡아들일 노비는 차고 넘치잖아요. 지금 이 순간에도 담을 넘고 다른 구역으로 떠나려는 민초들은 한가득이고요. 이번 추세에 일희일비하지 말고 다음에 잘 잡아보죠.
바람에 닳고 비에 씻겨도 검결은 흐려지지 않았으니 본
Her. This has like nothing to do with analyzing the promotional video. This is just like me saying shit. I do not get the craze behind her. She's cool or whatever, but people are making her out to be like fucking uh the next like model for beauty. The next like representation of beauty. I don't get that. She's like as basic as most of the other like most of the other Asian LARPing Ishmaels.
이대로 맡은 바를 다할. LCD 부서 현장 추리팀 소속 이스마엘. 의뢰하신 바에 따라 뒤틀린 포획 시작하겠습니다. 그저 칼을 휘두르는 것만이 전부였던 자들은 우두 곁을 떠났고 X사로 돌아가고자 뜻을 품었던 자들은 우두의 검에 베어 목숨을 잃었어요. 그러니
Now I'm gonna be doing status predictions for her. I didn't have a lot to say like story wise, but status wise, I think that this ID will either be Poise Bleed Charge or Poise Bleed Burn. One of the two. One of the two. Maybe Poise Burn Charge. And I think I do think that either Burn or Charge will be there. Because mostly because of her prosthetic arm, which is the most notable thing. I don't think she's gonna be a quad status ID. I don't think she's gonna be burn, bleed, poise, charge. I don't. If she becomes that, holy fuck! I hope she's gonna have like a quintillion different like a quintillion different team comps. Ishmael strike and poise, burn, bleed. No. Personally, I think that if she is poise, bleed, burn, I will be excited because I'm sort of tired of using Captain Ishmael. Captain Ishmael has aura, believe me. I like her for her aura. But I don't think that she is all that fun of an ID to play with. Oh yeah. Wait, fuck, I just noticed. Her scabbard is different. Did they give her a new Huando? Or whatever the fuck the sword is called? Interesting.
지금 검계라는 이름을 마땅히 댈 수 있는 자는 저 하나뿐이겠네요.
I have a feeling that I was in the middle of saying something, but I just stopped saying it to point out the fact that her scabbard has changed, but I don't know if I'm correct. And also her skirt is cute.
저는 선배분들처럼 강하지도 않고 아씨처럼 뛰어난 직관과 지성을 가진 것도 아니라서요. 살수본위. 살아왔던 궤적대로 검을 휘둘러 베어야 할 것을 베고 죽여야 할 것을 죽일 뿐이죠. 그게 사람이든 뒤틀림이든.
By the way, they are upscaling Kim So to fucking high heaven with this and his ego, which I will talk a lot about the ego. I will be talking a lot about the ego. Do believe me. The ego will be a massive point of rants.
돌아오고 있어요. 뒤틀림에서 다시 사람의 형상으로. 살수의 방식으로는 절대 도달하지 못했을 결과일 테죠. 이젠 좀 알 것 같네요. S사로 떠나기 전까지 제가 현장 추리팀에서 무엇을 배워.
Oh yeah, wait. Okay. I had one thing to say regarding her. That involved the story and not just her her ID, like from a gameplay perspective. I think that now we will be in N Corp. I think that we will see her for like a little bit with a new sprite and all, but her prosthetics will first be showcased in a later console/intervalo, because she, reasonably would not go into N Corp considering it's the "we will fucking kill you if we have prosthetics" wing. So, or we're gonna be fighting a lot of N Corp employees. That's probably the explanation as to why the enemies are pretty obviously like N Corp employees from this from like this promotional video. Yeah.
하면 좋을지.
망을 참아. 숨을 거두리라.
Okay, so I have some things to say. First of all, the second bamboo, the second Kim So upscale. Second of all, I do think that this. I mean, it's been said 100 fucking times on like Limbus Twitter and on YouTube and shit. But I do hope that with this ego, we will be seeing a lot more IDs that get changed rather noticeably from an ego. Of course, it'd be like a little unfair for broke people or people who are really bad at spending, because they would not have access to the cool new ID features regarding egos and such. But I do think that this is an interesting idea that I would want to see like be expanded upon in the future. But I will get to my theories regarding the origins of the ego when we've reached the corrosion and we've watched through the corrosion.
달빛이 밝다. 그물까지 밝힌 나를 더.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna talk now. I'm just gonna talk now. I have roughly 5. I may change that number or increase it. Of theories on the origin of this ego. So, first off, Shadow Vested Blazinger is the name of the abnormality that this ego is derived from. And that will be the first one of the theories regarding the origin of this ego. And that is that the ego simply comes from an abnormality that was, from a meta perspective, created purely for the sake of this ego, sort of like with the seasonal egos, like Yearning Merkala, Tears of the Tarnished Blood, Great Tricheliocosm, all that, sort of like those, where like we might see the abnormality in the future, but it was created simply for the point of being an ego. The second one involves actually, I'm on the fucking page. What am I doing? It involves whoa. There it is. Okay. The cursed ego gifts. This is one of my own tweets because I'm egotistical. I'm gonna read it out loud and then I'm gonna speak. So the new Merso ego got me thinking. What if the cursed ego gifts of distortions? Oh wait, no. What if the cursed ego gifts are of distortions? I think I messed up what I wanted to say here. What if the cursed ego gifts are of distortions? Kim, Time Ripper, and Hohenheim, or potential ego gifts of these distortions if they were left alone and became abnormalities. Oh, is the YouTube audio too loud? Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. Wait. Go here. Send it down here. And we will see if it's still too loud. Um, Actually, I'm gonna change it inside of OBS. Wait, give me a sec. Um, you know, while I'm changing it, I can speak on it. I think that yeah. So my first theory is both of these um is like both of these assumptions regarding the ego gifts but applied into an ego awakening. Um, because okay, so my logic behind this. First off, I'm gonna talk about the logic behind this tweet. Um, Baleful Huando. I associated this one with Bamboo Had a Kim for obvious reasons. It's Huando covered in blood. And one with the blade. Bamboo Had a Kim's whole thing is that he's very fucking good with swords. Um, this one, Tarnished Gauntlet, Golden Hour. um, the before it becomes blessed, it removes your speed, which is sort of what the Time Ripper does. He removes your time. Um, and also T Corp. It's a T Corp tax collecting gauntlet, and then Golden Hour. You get more speed, like the Time Ripper and record logs of that certain day. Random ally who is not staggered enters a first staggered state. I interpreted that as Hohenheim. I interpreted that as like Hohenheim's like own view of like how he was unable to do anything regarding what happened, or that he should have been able to do something, but he wasn't. He was sort of forced into it. I don't know. It sounds weird. It sounds weird. I know. I'm just speaking out my ass. But yeah. And potentialities, the name of when it's blessed. That was sort of like what fucking regular checkup was about. But yeah. Back to the promotional video. So, Shadow Vested Blazesinger, I either it is an ego directly from Bamboo Had a Kim, and this is just a name of Bamboo Had a Kim's distortion. Or, or, this is what this is the abnormality that Bamboo Had a Kim would have turned into if he stayed at distortion. Because you can like turn into abnormalities and shit when you've been distorted for long enough. If that happened in Leviathan, if I remember correctly. It's been ages since I last read Leviathan. What else was there? I had more. I know I had. I've only gone over like 3. I know I had more. Fuck, I should like write shit down. Fuck. Um.
Guys, I have a bad memory. I'm sorry.
But yeah. Those were like what I thought it might be. Of what I can remember. I also think it's like one thing. I do think it's like too closely related to Bamboo Had a Kim. From like the name to yeah, from like the name and shit. Wait, is that is that is that I don't know. I don't know. Never, forget that. Forget that. Also, wait. I think it's like, is it like the Leviathan guy who turns into Schadenfreude? Yeah, that was what I was referring to. The Maestro who distorted and turned into Schadenfreude. But yeah. As I was gonna say, this, like, from the background, looking like Bamboo Hatter Kim's battle stage, to you know, this whole maneuver. Wait, that's the ego name, by the way. I think the Admiral would have a different name. I love the Merso's corrosion line so much. Oh yeah, fuck, it's oh yeah, that is the ego name. But still. Shadow Vested Blaze Singer. That's fucking Bamboo Hatter Kim's whole distortion thing. He turns into like a moving shadow, and he swings a lot with blades. But yeah, as I was about to say, this whole like sequence. This shit looks like to claim their bones. It's like exactly to claim their bones. Wait. Wait, let me look.
Velkommen til. Godt, min elskede.
Fucking Danish ads, I hate them. Wait.
있을 곳을 잃고
Yeah, like, okay, look at this. That is to claim their bones, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. That is to claim their bones. And blade dance. That shit is also blade dance. And isn't this also to claim their bones? Wait, no, oh, that shit was shadow. I'm confused. Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. You get what I'm trying to say. Right? You get what I'm trying to say. This shit looks way too much like Bamboo Hatter Kim's move, and maybe that is just because it's Merso who got it, and like Merso has a Bamboo Hatter Kim ego, and like this whole ego is Bamboo Hatter is a Kimso upscale, but I think that we should not disregard this yet. Especially when egos like what's it called? When egos like Great Tricheliocosm, they are made to like upscale the ID that they're pretty obviously supposed to like be associated with, but they don't have the exact same animation. Like the only other ID that like I can think of that has like something like this is In the Name of Love and Hate, Dawn. But then again, her skill 3 and the ego are both supposed to mimic the same attack, just in 2 different scales. So I think that it's too similar to ignore. And also, Dawn was using, she was using ego gear of the exact same abnormality, as the ego pulls the attack from. So the connection, it's there. But again, that brings the question: if it was the abnormality that Kim would have turned into, or Kim's distortion, how do we currently have access to it when Kim isn't distorted anymore? And the shit that Dante uses for egos is not the same. It's not like mirror technology. If I remember correctly, that was confirmed that it isn't mirror technology, but an entirely different like class of technology. I think that it's probably like, oh, they like saw a mirror world, cause you know Encorp's whole thing is can't experiences too. So maybe like, maybe we just eat like maybe we just like gorge down on like a can't experience and see this shit of like Bamboo Hatter Kim in a mirror world where he stayed distorted and never undistorted. So he either, as I just said, state of distortion, or he turned into an abnormality. Yeah. Wait, let me check. How long have I been going right now? I I've been going for around 40 minutes. Around 40 minutes. Around 40 minutes. Alright. Let me go here and see if I have anything more to say. By the way, that Tremor Burst. Yes, Wawa, you can call me Slemmy. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. You can use whatever nicknames you have for me, as long as they are respectful. But yeah, you saw the Tremor Burst, right? You guys saw that Tremor Burst. Personally, this is just more proof for Merso's Kanto being the Tremor Kanto. And I'm all for that, cause I have a Tremor team. I love playing Tremor. Yeah. Also, Ogdu bangs are sort of like scary to look at. And also, Ezra's here, but Moses is not. Wait, actually, let me look. Cause Ezra was mentioned earlier. Yeah, the Ezra. Ezra is mentioned multiple times, and she's shown. But Moses is never shown. She's never shown, and she isn't here. She isn't here in this picture, and I think that these are all going to be the big players of this intervalo. Ezra, Ongdu, and Bebu Kim, because Bam Kim and Ongdu are like both S Corp, like they both like got away from S Corp, and Ezra is their teammate, so of course he's gonna be included, like cuck, the yeah, and Merso, cause this is the setup intervalo for his console. Yi Sang, if I remember correctly, Yi Sang was from S Corp, wasn't he? Like he was in S Corp and then he moved to T Corp, and then because he made mirror technology, he was a prisoner of N Corp, walking around bare feet. I don't know, it's been ages since I last played Kano 4. And I also remember Kano 4 made me sort of like zone out, cause it was a little boring ass shit, if I can so admit. But yeah. And Faust? I don't know. Maybe because it's an intervalo that's like a lot about distortions. She's gonna be like the classical intelligent Faust who knows shit. Maybe that's like the case, but I'm unsure. Also, I think that they didn't include Moses and Vespa, cause that'd be overkill. Cause Moses, she has her whole ego and shit, and Vespa is a whole ass color fixer, who dealt the final blow to Matthias, and fought Sora all on his own, and has a fucking relic, Gungnir. Yeah. Oh yeah. A thing about Vespa. I think it's funny how Vespa is like such an international guy. Like he is he is presumably German, German slash French, cause NCorp is the German slash French corporation. And he has a spear based off of Norse mythology called Gungnir. Um, he um he has Huando as his other weapon. He he is teammates with two Egyptians. Um, if I remember correctly, uh, Ezra and Moses are based off Egyptian people from the Bible. I don't know. I'm not religious anymore. Um, and two Koreans. He's like uber international. We have two color fixtures in Limbus, but we can only have them with us when it's super deadly and stuff. Yeah, because you know they're two color fixtures. They're top of the top. But Virgilius is still like league stronger than Vespa, because Virgilius went one on one with Valentina, who is arguably better in a Okay, okay. I wouldn't call this power scaling. But I'd say in a one-on-one, Valentina is stronger than Matthias. Because the middle's whole gimmick is, you know, they fight alongside their brothers and sisters. And Valentina, her whole her whole fighting style, are duels, and she has an eye that gives her accurate predictions of the future. If I remember correctly, wait, let me look at the description for eye precognition. Valentina Limbus Company. Where is it? Where is it? Eye precognition. Yeah, okay. The eye does not possess some supernatural power that shows its users the destined future. It is more akin to a computing device that analyzes everything it sees and provides the most likely scenario in the upcoming instant. Yeah. Her whole eye thing is fucking her. Yeah, it can't like truly see the future, but it can give a pretty accurate estimate of what the future will be. Um, so again, she's better in one-on-ones against someone, and Virgilius was still giving her belt to ass. Like he was still winning that fight, and she admitted that if it weren't for the fact that she could see the future, she would be dead, or something like that. Something along those lines. Something along those lines. Yeah. Okay, that was the entire trailer. Um. Yeah. Is there anything? No, I think I've already said everything I wanted to say regarding this trailer during the while watching. Again, wait, actually, I think this is like supposed to depict an NCorp speed. Why the fuck is Ongdu here? Wait, actually, how the fuck is Dante supposed to get into NCorp? Actually, wait. This shit Odin guy, greedy as hell with all these relics. Yeah, like Odin has two relics named after shit associated with him. And I think what's it called? And like Matthias has Levitain, which is something that Loki had, and Ryoshu had Arayashiki, which is a Buddhist concept. So yeah. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. I said everything that I wanted to say regarding this thing. I thought that like I just do the classical like Tammy thing of just like doing a solo. Um, I con I considered like doing a bamboo hatted, wait no not bamboo hatted, um, Kimso solo, but I want to save the Starlight for that team composition. For when the Intervallo drops and I get the Kimso ego, cause I want that Kimso ego. That Kimso ego. Ooh, I'm gonna be loving it. I'm gonna be loving it. I'm gonna be loving it. Yeah. Not gonna lie. I think this Intervallo will be good. I mean, like my favorite Intervallo is to claim their bones, and this is like as I said at the start of the stream, just like to claim their bones part 2. Um, wait until the program answers. Okay, okay. It's not dead. Limbus is not dead. Yeah. What was I saying? I forgot. I forgot, to be honest. Ich vergessen. Ah. Oh, not gonna lie, not gonna lie, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I think we should just skip the Merso Kanto and go straight to Otis. Not that I'm some kind of Otis fan. I think a lot of Otis fans, from the chuds to the non-chuds, are really annoying. Um, the chuds cause they're chuds, and the non-chuds cause they're just like annoying as hell. Yeah, this was that's all I wanted to do. I'm gonna do the one who shall grip solo with Cavernous Wailing, Hexnail, Lantern, and Tears of the Tarnished Blood. Skill 1, gain Fanatic and lose 7 SP, inflict burn. Like pretty average. It saddens me a little that like he doesn't even deal nails. I think, yeah, he doesn't even deal nails. What the fuck? Yo. He does have bleed, but he doesn't inflict nails. The Fanatic is useless besides for like his skill 3. What the fuck? Yo. Okay. Whatever, I guess. Whatever. I actually thought that like he straight up didn't have any bleed potency, and that he only inflicted Fanatic. That's okay. Okay. I guess. Can't really act mad about it, I must say. I'm unsure. I'm gonna take Pain of Stealth of Rage. So I'm gonna go with Burn. And I think I want this one. Actually, not that one. Wait, no. I want that one. And I mean, halberds. That's because he has a freaking axe and no shiny fingernails to slay. Fairs? That is a way to look at it. But then again, they made they gave Ricardo Cliff burn. That's all I'm gonna say. They gave Ricardo Cliff burn for some reason. I never got that actually. I never seen a single person like successfully explain to me why Ricardo Cliff has burn. To be honest, who do I want to go with first? Who do I want to go? I don't want to. I want another one. I want another one. I want a third opinion. Do I? I do want a third opinion. Cause he's so hot, I guess. Fairs. Heathcliff is canonically, like in the book canon, he is canonically handsome. Um, so yeah, he is hot. Can I turn this up a little? I guess Limbus just straight up doesn't have any audio. Maybe because the tattoos can like heat up and stuff. Ricardo doesn't have burn though. I don't think Ricardo has burn, actually. Wait, does Ricardo have burn? Wait, let me check. No, he doesn't have burn. None of his passives give burn. What about the other Ricardo? The other Ricardo doesn't inflict burn either. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? I guess. I guess? Yeah, fairs. You know what? I'm not even... They gave Ricardo burn just because Mathiotis and Kira Ishmael. Fairs. Fairs, to be honest. But like, there are... I still don't see the point in it. I still don't see the point, because like... If you want burn so badly, you can just like... Put in a burn ID that has an envy skill. And that would have worked like equally as well. I think the one who shot grip has like 3 stagger bars, and that actually kind of scares me. Either 3 or 2, and I don't like either. Okay, he has 2. That calms me down a little. Fairs. Fucking zero skull. Zero coin power. Do not piss me off, Kim Ji-hoon. I do not wish to be pissed off, Kim Ji-hoon. I hate how like in unfocused encounters, the slowest enemies are always first, while the hardest hitting enemies are always the slowest enemies are first while the fastest enemies are last, and that really pisses me off, to be honest. Because then like if you're you're fighting against like enemies that inflict bind or like some other slowing effect, or you yourself, like if the ID itself isn't very fast, then like yeah, eat a dick, because now you have like minus 20 limbillion like minus 20 limbillion health, cause all the fast hitting ones went first, and that's really annoying. And this is why we began like boys. I don't know, I'm just saying shit. They better give like a lot of like N-Corp upscales when the Kano finally drops. They gave... Oh, okay. I was about to read a chat that I already read up. My fault. I didn't. Not gonna lie. I kind of forgot to like check his skill affinities. But I think it'll work. I think it'll work.
깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Shame that Mnestic Experience only drops like sometime next week. I think it's like Thursday next week. I think, if I remember correctly. That's kind of sad. Then I've already been to like school and shit, and then I've already like nearly died and shit. And then I gotta, and then like at the end of it all, there's Mnestic Experience. Not gonna lie, I don't even care if like he goes down to -45. If he's gonna corrode, he's gonna corrode. It's a fucking solo. Who's he gonna attack other than enemies? Plus, like, maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky and he corrodes into something good. Like, see, he heals now. He's gonna heal. He healed and he did an AoE, and now like half of the enemies are dead. But now I have now I have minus three -3 gluttony. We need level 5 XP tickets. True. I'm getting real tired of the fucking blue ones. And how you need like 80 blue ones to get up to max level. Wait, also, isn't the Cinema cap gonna be pushed to like 8 next intervalo?
어려울 것도 없네요.
They always said that Crowern was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed her. They always said that prosthetic lives matter and that Corp has always been evil, that Corp has always been evil. I shouldn't have bought that. Now I feel stupid. I could have gotten this instead for like more poise.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Now we gay and horny.
불길 속으로.
To be honest, I don't ever like read into abnormalities, like what they represent. So I don't know from like a scale of 1 to 10, like why the fuck am I bringing scales into this? Like when I first heard the abnormality choice OST, I was looking at the center and I thought they had so much aura. But like when I was introduced to Project Moon. True. Oh yeah, for those in the chat who came here for Mnestic Experiences, I'm sorry. I've already gone over that in like the first 50 minutes of the stream. I went over that, I think. Fucking long. But yeah, in the first 50 minutes of the stream, I like went over Mnestic Experiences and my thoughts. And I'm too exhausted to go over it again. Sorry. My fault. I should probably get like stones, like the rupture stones, cause this one and fairy lantern. Dude, you're gonna fucking die next turn. Don't even bother hitting me. Don't even bother hitting me. You're gonna, yeah, look at that. Now you fucking exploded. How about that, wise guy? How about that, wise guy? Wow, holy shit, minus down to minus 45. Okay. Okay. Whatever. I guess, man. Whatever. Time for cost. How have you guys' day been? You chatters. Have you chatters have had a good day, a good life? Well, chatters and lurkers. All of you guys. Reaction to being cooked? Huh? Excuse me? Huh? There isn't much to say right here, technical wise, other than the fact that I fucking hate Rupture. Rupture is like the bane of solos, in my opinion. In my opinion. In my opinion, I'm not a professional Limbus player. I don't make a living off playing Limbus. I just think that, in my opinion, Rupture is annoying as shit to play against. Like, in a pot. My reactions being cooked in a pot, or your reactions being cooked in a pot? I need some clarification. I need some grievous clarification to understand what you're trying to tell me. Isn't it also burn? Like, if you're referring to like a hard status in MD, burn isn't that hard to like fight against. Cause like, wait, give me a sec. Give me a real quick second. I'm so sorry for having to like go for a few seconds. Um, my reaction being cooked in a pot. Um, um, how the fuck am I supposed to answer that? Um, I don't like being cooked in pots, I guess. Um, I don't exactly know what to say regarding that.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
Um, I got a reason. That wasn't the reason as to why I had to go for a few seconds, but I got one while I was gone for a few seconds.
엄마가 만반잘구는 싫다고 해서 내가 만들어준 인사말이야. 요시니까 요리요시쿠.
불길 속으로. 그 우물을 떼어내주지.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공원에 같았어.
Okay. Fucking blah, 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 fucking 9 billion rupture on my ass.
먼 치킨, 압도적인 전력. 가끔 질릴 때도 있지만 역시 늘 먹던 맛에서만 느껴지는 거함이 있다니까.
I think I'm gonna go to floor floor 3. Yeah, floor 3. I'm gonna go to floor 3 and I'm gonna end the stream there.
수에선 벗어났나?
먼 치킨,
And then maybe continue this mirror dungeon at a later date, but not right now. Not right now.
대박. 방금은 감지였는데. 손쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이걸 딱 씹어줘야 하는데. 치사하게 자기 혼자 사기 버프 줄줄 감고. 너희 저런 거 없어? 아? 없다고? 그럼 어쩔 수 없긴 하지.
I have I have chili and rice. That's what I'm scarfing down my throat right now. I thought it's sort of cute when like he screams like that. When he screams in pain. I always found it a little cute.
내가 모자르다 이라는 뜻이다. 응? 왜 그딴 표정으로 쳐다보는 거지? 설마
불길 속으로.
내가 그 노싱 이 깊은 홍수 온순해졌을 거라 기대했나?
어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜
불길 속으로.
엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는데 그 외부 강사는 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야. 너희가 보여준 태도나 대단한 기술이 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든. 엄마는 누구라면 뭐든
Boom.
그중 제일 뛰어난 게
Ooh, that was some good chili and rice.
끝난 거 맞지?
I already ate it all because I'm a fatty, but you know, you know, you know, I'm big, I'm fat, and I'm unapologetic about it. I'm not healing Sinclair at all. He can stay insane. I don't care if he's in great emotional distress. He can stay in a state like that. I don't care. He deserves it. He deserves it for being white and suburban and middle class. Well, actually, he wasn't suburban, I think, but still, he was white and middle class. He was still benefiting off the pain of my sisters and brothers, so can't support him. Wait, fuck, polarization is useless to me. Fuck. Wait. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, polarization is useless to me. Wait. You know what? I can just fuse it. I will kill someone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
They always said that Charlie Fair was a
이런 식이야. 지가 이렇게 잘해줘.
celebrated after they killed him. I was hoping for it to be cavernous wailing, but Lantern isn't too bad either. Lantern isn't too bad, but that's sort of the corrosion I'm locked in for the rest of this now, unfortunately.
속으로.
Which isn't very fun, but I gotta live with what I have, you know. Can't be too ungrateful in today's economy, or else they'll come and steal your balls over whatever.
엄마가 만반잘부는 싫다고 해서 내가 만들어준 인사말이야. 요슈니까 요료시쿠.
불길 속으로.
I've been considering making like a longer form YouTube video for like instead of like primarily doing streams. I mean, like, I still want to do streams. But I don't particularly not. I do enjoy sitting here and ranting to an audience of 5 at max. But I don't mind. Actually, I don't particularly mind.
불길 속으로.
But I do think that if I started streaming, I would have a little bit more of an audience, you know. Well, no, if I started making videos, I'd have a bit more of an audience, because you know, more people would be able to see what I make, and then they like subscribe, and then they're like, oh shit, Sombrella is streaming. I didn't know she did that. Let me watch. Let me watch her. You know. Wait, what floor am I going into? I kind of didn't check. Okay, I'm going into 3 now. I'm going into 3. I'm not going to Crawling Abyss. Or do I? I don't. I won't. I'm choosing not to. Oh, dumbass. Complete and utter dumbass. Complete and utter dumbass. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Lucas. I'm playing Limbus Company. As usual. As usual. To an audience of few, I'm playing Limbus Company. But I don't mind that audience being few. I spent the first 50 minutes or so talking about content that was coming to Limbus Company, but you know, those were the first 50 minutes, and I'm too lazy to check how long I'm into the stream now, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be closing it when I'm done with this floor anyways, so it's gonna be fine. Oh.
앞으로 한 번만 기분 나쁜 눈빛으로 내 검을 힐끔힐끔 쳐다봐. 그때 예외 없이
Mbappe is not a dictator. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, it's you. It's you. It wasn't Lucas. It was you. Or is it Lucas? I don't know. I'm playing Limbus. You can see it pretty obviously. You can see it pretty clearly. That is Limbus. Although I do doubt your intelligence. Although I am playing Limbus.
먹던 맛에서만 느껴지는
불길 속으로
있다니까. 방금은 좀 쩔었는데.
하지만 그래봤자 거다.
불길 속으로
이제 수요관 벗어났나?
멋지긴 압도적인 장면.
불길 속으로
가끔 질릴 때도 있지만 역시 늘 먹던 맛에서만 느껴지는 일단 재밌었다. 자, 오늘 할 거 다 끝난 거 맞지? 그럼 약속대로 이 만화책이랑
I can tell.
가져간다.
I can tell. I'm pretty intelligent. Or at least I like to believe that I'm intelligent. But yes.
불로 정원 깨끗
It was pretty obvious, if I may be so honest.
이루어질 수 없는 희망도 추락해 흔적조차 남지 않은
불길 속으로
모두 나를 바라는 뜻이 저기 건넨 도움 또한 도움이 내
Yeah, cool. I don't exactly care for that paralyze.
모조리들 이라는 뜻이다. 왜 그딴 표정으로 쳐다보는 거지? 설마 내가 그 로싱 이기돈 홍처럼 온순해졌을 거라 기대했나?
어려울 것도 없네.
요새 일 말곤 할 게 없어서 그런가 자꾸 비슷하게 된단 말이지. 해결사 영상 보는 거랑 좀 비슷한 느낌도 있고.
Sorry for the sudden quietness. I just do not know what to say. I'm sure they.
Shut up!
I can obliterate you. Actually, you know what? I'm fucking obliterating you from chat. I don't want to listen to that. I don't want to listen to that. I'm obliterating.
똑바로 이루지 못했.
I will be obliterating you from the chat if the chat wants to load.
소중했던 무언가를 지키지.
I will be obliterating you.
뭐? 그래도
Oh fuck! I died. Holy shit. Does the chat want to load? Fuck it. I'm gonna go use Google instead.
네, 의리한 참.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go. Does the chat want to load here? Does it wish to load? Yeah. Can I fucking ban you? How would I ban people? I'm not placing you in timeout for 24 hours. Yeah, thought so. Thought so. Thought so. Yeah. Mbappe. Yeah. You're a dunzo. I'm not listening more to you, bud. You angered me. You annoyed me. And I don't respect that. To be honest, if I die one more time, I'm just giving up on a run. And, I don't know. Fucking going to see if I can actually, like, start, like, you know, working on a video that I just, like, talked about starting.
해결사 영상 보는 거랑 좀 비슷한
Who knows? Who knows? Do I have the energy?
재밌을지.
I don't know.
불길 속으로. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna fucking corrode here, cause the game think it's funny. I don't care. There, thank you. Thank you.
어려울 것도 없네.
All right. I want lantern. I'm gonna Ira. Can I not Ira? Fuck! I can't Ira him. Fuck! No! You're joking. You're fibbing. You're pulling my leg. I don't stand by this. You're pulling my leg.
미쳤다. 그래, 진작에 그걸 부셨어야지. 답답해서 죽을 알았네.
I remember a screenshot of mine where the charge glove aura orb effect was fighting this whale.
최선의 방법이었을지.
What the fuck? I guess? I, I, I guess? I want to target that, that, and that.
불길 속으로.
Did your sinner turn invisible, or was it like?
떼어내주지.
무파법을 이제야 좀 이해했군.
Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it just means plus 5 limbillion lunacy. So no one cares as long as we get our lunacy. And I actually did not die in that fight. That's pretty nice, actually. I like that. I like that. I like not dying. There's like a frame before the sinner uses their skill where they're invisible, and I paused in there. It looked funny. Oh shit! It can do that. I didn't even know.
어려울 것도 없네요.
Oh fuck! I have something in my eye. Okay. I want to fuse this. Not what I want. That was not what I wanted. Thank you. Actually, I can. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I can't use Fnatic anyways. And if I wanted to use it that badly, I just do Lust Resonance.
조마하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
You should have kept that Rupture Gift and used it with the lasso to get lots of damage and up in haste. Well now it's too late, unfortunately. I will keep that in mind when I get back to here.
불길 속으로.
Well, if I choose to continue this run,
불길 속.
that's not a guarantee if I choose to continue this run after I end the stream today. That's not guaranteed.
이제 쉼 수에선 벗어났나?
대박! 방금은 감지였는데? 아이씨, 팝콘쯤은 줘도 되잖아. 이럴 때 딱 씹어줘야 하는데.
Fairs.
알았는데.
Doesn't matter. I'm getting like a shit ton of shield anyways.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공호대 같았어. 먼치킨.
Okay.
가끔 질릴 때도 있지만 역시 늘 먹던
불길
맛에서만
속으로.
느껴지는 감이 있다니까.
Why the fuck is he getting so much SP?
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
미쳤다. 그래, 진작에 그걸 부셨어야지. 답답해 미치는 줄 알았네.
Cavernous Wailing was my first extracted Sinclair ego. My first extracted Sinclair ego was a Lantern. Fun fact. Or I think my first extracted ego in general was, I think it was, maybe Red Eyes Closed? Like normal Red Eyes? It definitely wasn't open, because I remember like actively pulling for open. Well, not pulling for open, but sharding open, because they really wanted it. Cause Red Eyes was my favorite ego in general back then. I was a Red Eye cell.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며
You know what that means.
언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Alrighty. For yeah. You know what? Yeah. I like that. Ich liebe. You know what? I don't think the one who shall grip Sinclair has any slash skills, and his and I don't think any of the egos I have are slash, but yeah, two window. Yeah. My first ever ego was Bygone Days Gregor. Imagine your first extracted ego being mid. Couldn't be me. Red Eyes isn't my favorite per se, but it definitely is a really good ego, in my opinion. But yeah. I will close the stream. Yeah. Actually, let me just place them up there, right? You can see me. Right here. Right? So you can't see me closing the stream. I want to hide that from you guys. Because I'm evil and I'm dastardly. Yeah. Bye guys. What I wanted to say was this stream was rather enjoyable. I did like theorizing about Mnestic Experience. And I hope that my thoughts were unique enough to tickle some fancies, if you could say that. And as I said, I will maybe spend some time maybe making one long form video, perhaps a short, only if I feel like it. Not a guarantee. Oh yeah, when I watch this Eagle compilation with their corrosion, I thought every eagle in corrosion was a different character, and that eagle was just their special skill type shit. Fairs. But yeah. Bye guys. Have a good day. Don't die. Do come back on another date. I'd enjoy that very much. Bye bye.